acceleration. Reaching a height of 6,000 feet now. You can see that short diamond. Leading the team is Red 1 squadron leader Jim Turner. It's Jim's third and final year as the team's leader. He's a former Jaguar pilot, but he's got lots of display experience. He displayed the Jaguar, spent 3 years previously with the Red Arrows, including leading the synchro pair. He's also spent 3 years as the official advisor to the Royal Saudi Air Force's display team. The smoke comes on, you hear Reds 2 and 3 acknowledge the move to Eagle. They do so with very metronomic cadence in their voices, the idea being on the count of 4 in their heads, the pilots extend their air brakes, and on the count of 6, they retract their air brakes, and that enables the 3 aircraft on each wing to drop back in unison to form Eagle, ready for the Eagle roll. As the jets go upside down, boys and girls, this is where the pilots will see you. Everybody give them a wave. Well, it's a very big year for the Red Arrows. This year, in fact, is our 50th display season. And in those 50 seasons, the team have performed over 4,500 public displays in 56 countries. We're very proud and honoured to represent the very best of British, both at home and overseas. It's also a big year for the Hawk aircraft that the Red Arrows fly. Last month saw the 40th anniversary of the first flight of the Hawker Siddeley Hawk, now the BAE Systems Hawk. The smoke goes off to the front, they formed a new shape, we call this one Flanker. You're about to see a very wide shape form now. Reds 8 and 9 are going to move to the outsides, and from Red 9's left wingtip through to Red 8's right wingtip, the formation is going to measure 100 metres or 300 feet wide. So to enable them to manoeuvre as one unit as they fly around, the outside pilots really have to anticipate their control input. So they do so by using the very set cadence in Red 1's voice commands. Listen out for that in just a minute. But now we're coming in this shape. We're going to have some very patriotic red, white and blue. Let's have a huge round of applause in Phoenix. So listen to that cadence in Red 1's voice. On the leader's right wing is the first of our new pilots for this year. He's Red 2, Flight Lieutenant Stu Campbell. Stu is a former instructor on the Tucano aircraft, teaching basic fast jet training. He actually displayed the Tucano in 2008. And operationally, he flew the Tornado GR4. And out to the right, the smoke goes off. The boys have formed our trademark shape, and in true 70s style, all 9 jets are going to smoke in the diamond roll. Another big wave, everybody! We fly our formations with the odd-numbered pilots on the left-hand side, the even-numbered pilots fly on the right-hand side. In their 3-year tour with the team, the pilots generally start at the front near the leader, and as their proficiency improves, they move further back. On the leader's left wing now is Red 3. He's the other of our first-year pilots. He's Flight Lieutenant Joe Hurston. Joe is a former Hawk instructor and then flew the Tornado GR4. In fact, Joe is the only pilot on the team who's flown this version of Hawk, the Hawk T-Mark 1, but he's also instructed on the Royal Air Force's new advanced jet trainer, the Hawk T-Mark 2. And out to the left, the smoke goes off. The boys have formed a very iconic shape. It's of the supersonic airliner, ready for the Concorde 60. They're now climbing to around a mile above us, and you'll see the formation shape change again. Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 move forward to red 1's wing, reds 8 and 9 now sit on red 7's wing at the back, and that gives us a shape of feathered arrow. Well, back in the 60s they decided that feathered arrow was a bit of a mouthful to say on the radio, so we call this formation Fred. Well, that's the end of the first half of the Red Arrows display, ladies and gentlemen. So far you've seen all 9 aircraft together performing close formation aerobatics. We're now going to split down into sections of 2, 3, 4, 5 or 7 jets and show you some more dynamic manoeuvring. At the front of the formation are reds 1 to 5. They're known as Enid, after Enid Blyton's famous 5. And at the back, reds 6, 7, 8 and 9, they are known as Jippo. Jippo is the nickname of the gentleman who first led the back when the Arrows started flying 9-ship displays officially in 1968. Well, so far we've seen the full display. This cloud has got in the way, but Red 1 has decided to start the second half with a full manoeuvre. So get your cameras ready. Reds 1 to 5, 8 and 9, pull up. Keep your eyes on the blue smoke synchro pair beneath. This is the palm split. With his blue smoke going off on the left-hand side is Red 6. He's the leader of the synchro pair, Flight Lieutenant James McMillan. He actually grew up in New Zealand, but transferred to the Royal Air Force in 2002 and became a Hawk instructor and Harrier pilot. On the left, Red 6 is followed by Red 8. Looking right with the smoke on is Red 7. He's chased down by Red 9. Now these 4 aircraft are descending down to just 100 feet. They're closing at 850 miles an hour. Get your cameras ready. This is the amazing Jippo Pass. They're turning away from us now at 6G, or 6 times the force of gravity. Everything in their bodies now weighs 6 times more than normal, so the pilots work really hard to counter the G-force. They're going to roll out back towards us and fly the Cyclone. The synchro pair now slingshot out to the front. You need to look to your left to find Enid. The wings of Enid drop down to form an inverted V shape. Look right. You'll soon see a lone jet. Smoke couple of Red 9 who's going to fly Climbing steeply with a red, white and blue stripe is Red 9. He's Flight Lieutenant Mike Child. He's a 3rd-year pilot with the team. Mike's a former Hawk instructor and Hawk display pilot. Operationally, he flew the Typhoon, the Royal Air Force's new multi-role combat aircraft. Now you need to look directly ahead to find Red 6, 7 and 8. Red 7 and 8 start to roll around Red 6 with his blue smoke on. Get your cameras ready for the vortex. Climbing steeply through the vortex with the blue smoke is a Red 8. He's Flight Lieutenant Martin Brown, and he's another 3rd-year pilot with the team. A former Hawk instructor and Hawk display pilot. Martin then operationally flew the Harrier GR9. Well, the synchro pair are currently perched at around 2,000 feet. They're about to descend to just 100 feet, and they're going to perform the opposition barrel roll. The next call you'll hear from the pilots on the radio is threshold, and that means they have reached the geographical point on the ground, which is their contract point to continue with the manoeuvre. Sadly, this crowd has just rushed away, so we move into the rolling flat routine. If you count to the right, you'll see Enid have been joined by Reds 8 and 9. They are in the big battle shape they arrived in. Reds 1, 4 and 5 have eased up slightly. The coloured smoke's going to come on as they fly. The revolution. Each of the pilots in the revolution are flying an aileron manoeuvre, which essentially is a full left-hand control column input that rolls the aircraft rapidly around its longitudinal axis. The key to the revolution is getting all 7 jets doing it at exactly the same time before they come right and reform that big battle formation. The left and right again now for the synchro pair. This time Red 6 comes from the right and Red 7 from the left. They're closing at 800 miles an hour. They're going to cross 3 times in opposing 360-degree 6G turns in the carousel. At each of these 3 crosses, the pilots are going to swap their smoke colour using the individual colour control buttons on the aircraft's control column. Now you need to look to your right 45 degrees to find Enid. Enid are in a shape called Leader's Benefit. They're about to draw a red, white and blue snake-like shape of smoke in the sky as they fly the Python. That Leader's Benefit shape is Red 4. He's Flight Lieutenant Ollie Parr, and Ollie's a 2nd-year pilot with the team. He is a former Tornado GR4 pilot, but he has spent a tour as a Hawk instructor at Royal Air Force Valley on the Isle of Anglesey in North Wales, where we train our advanced flying students. Well, the Python finishes to the front left. Keep your eyes round to the left to find Jumbo. White smoke trails now.
Is that a bird? Yeah,
bird. Red 6 and 7 now roll upside down. Reds 8 and 9 start to roll around them in the corkscrew. Now look to your left to find the 5 headlights of Enid. The inside pilots perform tight match rolls to the outside of the formation in the rollbacks. Enid finished their rollbacks. Keep your eyes down to the right-hand side. And rolling out towards us, you'll see Jippo.
It's over. 6, go.
Once again, red 6 and 7 now roll upside down, and 8 and 9 match their formation underneath in the mirror pass. Everybody, let's give the synchro pair a wave as they fly past upside down.
That's scary.
Jippo, roll out into a 4-ship square card formation. Now you need to look to your right 45 degrees. The smoke comes on, Reds. Formation. The 5th jet will now begin to roll around them a dozen times. This is the Twister. Getting very dizzy with the red smoke on. It's red 5. He's Flight Lieutenant Steve Morris, and he's a second-year pilot with the Arrows. Steve's a former Hawk instructor, and then operationally flew both the Harrier GR9 and the Tornado GR4. Now look directly ahead for Jippo. Reds 8 and 9 pitch up to roll around 6 and 7. Get your cameras ready. This is the Jippo break. With his spread changing from blue to white on the right-hand side is red 7. Synchro number 2, Flight Lieutenant Mark Lawson. Mark's a second-year pilot with the team. He's solid on the Tornado GR4, where he spent 3 tours flying over Iraq, Afghanistan and Libya, becoming a qualified weapons instructor. Mark would like to say hello to Mike Whitbread, his best mate from school, his new fiancée Kate, and say congratulations on your recent engagements. But now the synchro pair's final manoeuvre, the double rolls. Please put your hands together for the synchro pair. Now looking directly ahead, you'll see Enid are being joined by Reds 8 and 9 for the display's finale. They're in a 7-ship Vixen formation. Cameras ready. This is the Vixen break. You've been watching the Royal Air Force aerobatic team, the Red Arrows! Red 1's just put his smoke on. He's going to gather all the other 8 aircraft together. They're going to fly back to our home base of Royal Air Force Scampton, just to the north of Lincoln, where our team of engineers are going to turn the aircraft ready for our transit flight to RAF Valley tomorrow morning, ready for a simulator. We've actually flown in from Belgium, where we've been performing at the Belgian Air Force Days at Kleine-Brogel this morning, and it's been a pleasure to display last here for you at the Duxford Air Show. But if you'd like to find out more about the team, we are raf.mod.uk/Reds, on Facebook RAF Red Arrows, and on Twitter we are at RAF Red Arrows. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is not quite it. Red 1 has just told me that they've got to come back through Duxford overhead on their routing back to Scampton, so you can see them gathering up front left now. They're going to give us one last fly past into the sun so you get some fabulous photographs. And they're going to do that in big battle formation in just a couple of minutes' time. A little difference in this one is that you might notice that the pilots have their air brakes extended. The air brake is a big panel that we put down at the back of the jet, and that creates drag, and we use it to slow the aircraft down. A secondary effect of having the air brake extended is that you need to have a higher power setting to maintain speed. And in turn, that higher power setting gives us a very deep colour in our red and blue smoke. The smoke we use is just diesel fuel that's injected into the aircraft's 400-degree engine exhaust, and that makes it vaporise. The white smoke is pure diesel, and we get red and blue by adding the dark to the diesel. We can carry 5 minutes of white smoke and a minute each of red and blue in each of the aircraft. So you'll see in from the left shortly, we will have the air brakes extended in big battle. I've got a few other hellos to make just while we're getting ready for this flight past. My lovely lady Nicola, her mum and dad Anne and Len, and their family friends Chris, John, Anne, John, Helen, Jason and Ben. A big hello to you guys, lovely to see you here. Another big mention to the Red Arrows support staff that are here with the Red Arrows PR tent. They are at the far end near the American Air Museum, red and white inflatable tent. Please go along, get a brochure or poster about the Red Arrows, give them a big pat on the back. The guys in blue are the hard-working members of the Red Arrows team. Now everybody here at Duxford, when the red and white and blue smoke comes on, please can you cheer as loud as you possibly can, and I will raise my hand with the radio and press the transmit button. The pilots will be able to hear how much you enjoyed the display. Cameras ready? It's the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrows! Pleasure closing the display here for you at the Duxford Air Show. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm sorry the cloud got just in the way for us to get an entire full display in for you. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much for watching and for listening. I wish you all the very best on behalf of the Royal Air Force and from everybody at the Red Arrows. Have a safe journey home.
Thank you very much indeed, ladies. Squadron Leader Mike Bling, Red 10 there, talking as we make the second and final day of this Duxford Air Show. This announcement, if I may, to everyone here. You'd be a small number of visitors at the air show. It's likely that now the flying display has finished, it will